Hello everybody, welcome back. A bit of a late start, 10 past 9. Yeah, I had to get the kids to school early and stuff. So I'm looking at Coinbase here because I got a short on that, but never mind. Let's get straight stuck into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin finally making its way a little bit further down. So I was right after all. It would appear that I was right after all. But still not got an appropriate short in it. My short from Friday has obviously stopped out and I didn't enter into a new one. Damn it. Never mind. At least I'm still heavily in cash, which is the main thing. So, supports. We are heading towards a support, a realistic support, to be honest with you. It makes more sense looking at it on a 4-hourly. So if we're going to get some kind of bounce and hope for the best, it's going to be around this area, around 61,600 or 700. We've got a fair bit of reactions around here. So it does exist as a support. However, not particularly fond of the way it looks. If again, I am very fond of the way it looks, I have to say, actually. But if you wanted to buy into this, maybe a futures trade would be appropriate here with a very tight stop loss for the possibility of reversal, because this isn't necessarily going to make a new lower low. It's like I was saying the other day. Maybe the low is in, and what we're seeing now is just a bit of a pullback from the inevitable top of the range. 200 simple and back down again. But personally, I would rather still wait and see what happens, because the lower this goes, the lower altcoins go, and that's what I'm most interested in. Low altcoins. I want altcoins to go lower and lower and lower so I can buy them at lower prices, because you're not going to do the 5, 10, 20, 50 X's from these levels. You're going to have to see them go down lower. Otherwise, you're not going to get those gains. So that is that. It is what it is. So, momentum. The momentum on the daily did break out. It was measly, and it's still retesting a support. So, this does go hand in hand with the idea that we could bounce from here. And I'm not saying it just to put hopium on the table for you all. I mean, I'm saying it for a real reason. We had resistance, we had breakout, and a retest. Now, this isn't uncommon. We could see this bounce, and we could see this bounce, and this could be the low that was marked. Remember that this low was marked on a bit of a panic sell kind of vibe. It wasn't just your average, it was knocked down the stairs from a variety of different things. But if we really want to have a little bit, I suppose, more information about this particular chart, we will have to take our attention over to traditional markets. So here we are on the 4-hourly once again, with that massively overheated money flow index read on the 4-hourly. It's still in a good position, I have to say. I wouldn't really look at this and say it's breaking down. In fact, I would say it's going from strength to strength. Golden cross down here at 5,100. And obviously, the daily is way above that Bollinger Band Center, which again is down here at 5,089 or even lower, 5,085. So if we do get a pullback on the S&P, it's a pullback to buy the dip on. It's not a crashing, crumbling, chaos, catastrophic, move. It's just actually the low is quite likely in at this stage, and that's how it would appear. We're waiting even for a pump signal on the Ichimoku cloud. We're not there yet. We're building it. But if we do go any higher and this flashes green, we're likely going to see that, and this would go on to a new all-time high for the S&P. What it does after that, your guess would be as good as mine. Now, the problem with all of this is that the Dixie is bullish on a variety of different time frames. So the 4-hourly looking good above all moving averages. The daily needs to get back above 105.8 to then probably see itself move up towards 108 or just below. And then on top of all of this is what the main thing I was stressing yesterday. I alluded to it on the channel, but I also spoke about it quite a lot on the Patreon, which is that the Bitcoin dominance chart is bullish on all time frames, and it's actually doing something that you've never seen before, which is a golden cross on a weekly, which is, we've already seen the golden cross on the simples, we've now got exponentials. Now this is extremely lagging, but it's not a bearish signal, I can tell you. It's not a signal at all, it's just a trend that's strengthening. So we are seeing strength of trend building continuously for Bitcoin, or for the Bitcoin dominance. And so if we see a pullback on Bitcoin, this is going to go up. If you see a breakout on Bitcoin, this is going to go up. There's no part of this that is good for altcoins. So we've established that the weekly's got a golden cross. The 4 hourly's got a golden cross. It's bullish across all time frames, and we're basically breaking out. We've got a pump signal on this one too. So this looks to me like it's going to start going up and up and up, which is good as well, because like I say, we want altcoins to get smashed. We want them to go down lower. And my targets are going to be like, obviously 58.5% dominance, but really with this kind of setup, yeah, it's likely to go higher, and I'd be targeting around 63 to 64% dominant. That's where alt seasons are quite likely to be seen, because we've got decent reads from over here. Resistance, support, breakdown, and another breakdown from here. So I'll be looking at that as like a major area, a major opportunity, which is why I want to stay quite significantly in cash, not really wanting to jump in on these trades, really. I mean, what is a 5-10% move? It's nice, but at what cost? Because if it all goes wrong, it goes significantly wrong. It goes really nasty. So we're starting to see a shift to the downside. A lot of altcoins, including Bitcoin, at a very tight range when we were looking at this last night on the 1 hourly or even on the 4 hourly, and so now we're seeing this expanding now. So again, looking for this area to possibly be an area to bounce from. 61,700 we'll call it. If that fails, back down into the 50s, 59, and then if we lose 59, this area probably sees a little scrape, but I'd probably be looking more for lower. And a more decent, longer lasting consolidation that should take us to the end of the summer, where we can buy altcoins and buy everything again, really. So let's just sit and wait. I know it's boring, but it depends what you want to do, really. It's boring for price action, but hopefully we'll all have made enough profit over the last 6 to 9 months, really, from this generous market, and we can afford to just sit and chill, or I can at least anyway. So I can sit and chill for the whole summer, really, if I wanted to, waiting for I suppose for the charts to develop in a way where I feel like the risk to reward is acceptable, and I don't think it is right now. So I'll sit back and chill. I think I might play Fallout. I've never actually played it before. I got Fallout 3, if there's any more sort of ideas of games for me to play, because I don't know much about games. I've been downloading all these games that Epic give you every week. I never play any of them, and now it would appear that this is the time. But I don't really fancy any of them. So let me know in the comments if there's anything that you think is worth playing. Other than that, though, let's just chill, watch it fall, watch it all come down. If the S&P starts to come down, then it's going to accentuate Bitcoin and everybody else coming down. It doesn't look like it wants to particularly, but it could. It could. And so, yeah, that's basically it. There is no money to be made here outside of shorts. I do have a couple of shorts on, but it's nothing special. It's just crypto-related stocks like Coinbase. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.